Hey, Larry here from thetennisbros.com. I'm testing out the Head Radical MP today. Feels unbelievably light, can't wait to check it out. Subscribe below. Do it!
Playing with the Head Graphene Touch Radical was really quite enjoyable. It isn't quite as light as I thought it was when I was playing with it, as it weighs in at 312 grams. It has a swing weight of 323 grams, so in theory the power should come pretty easily, but I felt that I had to really swing quite a lot for it. It's just when you were trying to really get on top of the point, that's where I felt it was slightly lacking. But in terms of general ground strokes, it's a brilliant racket. It was really easy to keep consistent hitting at, say, 80% power for a long time. And that's why I think this racket would be really suited for someone who's very consistent and who likes to counter-attack by using other people's pace and redirecting that. My backhand felt like I couldn't miss, but I kept on dropping it a little bit short. Unfortunately, the video has vanished of just my backhand hitting, so you have to rate my backhand on the points that we've been doing instead. You'll see in the points that we're playing that I was really hitting my serves well with this racket. I think I started off on a good serve, but when we got into the points, that was when I struggled. William was always on top of me from the first shot he hit, and I couldn't get it back to even. I could hit consistently and get it back in the court, but in terms of getting on top of the rally, which I like to do, I like to control the rally from the baseline and hitting people side to side with my forehand and then counter-attacking off my backhand. So it worked well. The racket worked well for me on the backhand, I would say, but not so much on the forehand. There's a good example of this on one of our points where I hit an out-wide serve and then have the chance to come in off an approach. So I hit the forehand down the line and follow it in, and William really should have made a better passing shot because the approach wasn't quite good enough. It was at those sort of moments where I think this racket sort of let me down a little bit just because I couldn't get the same pop as I can with other shots. Overall, I think the racket's a really good racket. You can hit solid, consistent ground strokes with reasonable power. The serve feels great. You can get good spin on it. It works well for any type of spin, whether it's slice or top spin. The only downside I would say is when you're really trying to go for the shot and really trying to push your opponent either back or go through a winner. That's where the racket drops short just a little bit. That doesn't mean that maybe for someone who's a little bit younger, this racket wouldn't give them the speed and power that they need. I would certainly recommend it for any junior player between 12 and 16. When you get to about 16 years old, you're probably looking for a slightly heavier racket to get that extra pop on your shots.